there. Hello. If you've stumbled across this channel, you might be wondering, what the heck is a creative warrior and what does it mean to be one? Well, creative warriors are creators that know they have to fight for their creativity. It's not just going to show up when they need it most. Now, that's pretty rude, but unfortunately, it's just the way it works. But creative warriors also have 4 tools that can help them create more and more consistently. 4 tools that helped me bust out of my creative rut when I had been stuck for like 5 or so years. Those 4 tools are the foundation on which the Creative Warrior brand is built, and I want to share those 4 tools with you today. So the 4 tools of a creative warrior that can help you beat writer's block are prompts, structure, yoga, and community. So let's talk a little bit about each of those tools. And if at the end of this video you want more details about the tools and how they can help you bust out of a writer's block, just check the description because I have a free training that talks about just that. So the first tool, prompts. When I was stuck in my creative rut, I struggled to come up with ideas. I wanted to write a novel, but how was I going to do that if I couldn't think of an idea that got me more than a few hundred words? With all the ideas in the world to choose from, I floundered. I did not do anything. And then I discovered prompts. You can think of prompts as an invitation into an idea or world, a suggestion to get the wheels turning. And prompts can be anything. They can be a sentence to finish, 3 random words that you need to work into a story, maybe some parameters like a character, a location, and a subject. I was doing everything I could to try to get out of my creative rut, and finding this one little thing helped. You can find prompts anywhere. There's entire books dedicated to them. You can find them all over the internet, but you can also find them right here on this channel. I have a whole playlist of prompts structured in 25 to 30 minute writing sprints, which ties in nicely to another tool that we will talk about here shortly. So I'll throw the link to that playlist in the description. So if you want to get started with prompts, you can do that right now or after this video. The next tool we're going to talk about is structure in the form of word limits, deadlines, genres, etc. Now, some of you might have heard the word structure and freaked out a little bit. Structure, I'm a creative. I don't do structure. I go with the flow. I write where the ideas take me. Structure only holds my creativity back. And I get it. I used to feel like that too. But trying to write without some sort of structure is like trying to navigate your way around a new city without a map or GPS. You're gonna wander around for a really long time, and yeah, you might come across some cool stuff, but it's gonna take you a really long time to get to your destination. And if your destination is a completed novel or story, then structure can help you get there sooner. So one form of structure that I found really helpful when I was fighting writer's block was word limits. And entering contests that gave word limits is how I discovered flash fiction. Flash fiction is complete stories told in 1,000 words or less. And then I started attending events that gave me a word count of 440 words or less. These word counts were music to the ears of someone who had been trying to write a novel and failing. 50,000 to 100,000 words was really overwhelming, but 500 to 1,000 words? That was doable. When I discovered these smaller, more attainable word counts, that was when things really got moving for me. I felt like I could write 500 words or 1,000. And I did. And once I started completing those pieces, it got easier and easier for me to keep completing pieces. Another really helpful aspect of structure was tight deadlines. With all the time in the world to create, I'll take all the time in the world to create. When I started entering these contests, they gave tight deadlines of 24 to 48 hours. And wow, it was pretty amazing what I could create when I had to turn it in by a certain time. So give yourself a deadline. Tell a friend what your deadline is. Ask them to help hold you accountable for meeting that deadline. And when you're choosing deadlines, challenge yourself. Make them tight. See what you can come up with in 24 to 48 hours, or use those 25 to 30 minute videos to really challenge yourself and see what you can come up with in 25 to 30 minutes. Now, obviously, these pieces won't be complete stories, but they could definitely be a start. And a start is better than nothing. Using word limits, deadlines, and prompts can help give you a structure that helps you create more and more reliably. The next tool we're going to talk about is a tool that might not be that well known for helping fight writer's block or feeling more creative. That tool is yoga. During my creative rut, I discovered yoga as a way to get more active and exercise a little more because jogging wasn't going to happen. I stuck with yoga because I realized it was helping me feel more creative. I call the years since I started doing yoga some of the most creatively productive years of my life. And there's a reason for that. We're not going to go into all the details right now. You can find out more in my free training. But yoga can help stimulate the sacral chakra, our center of creativity, located right behind our belly buttons. We have a number of different chakras throughout our bodies, and when those chakras get clogged or off balance, bad things happen. And when our creative chakra gets off balance or blocked, we feel less creative, we suffer from a lack of inspiration, and we don't create. So working some simple yoga poses into your writing and creativity routine can really help wake up the mind and the body and get that creative energy moving. And that is why it is one of the pillars of a creative warrior and how it can help you fight writer's block. The fourth tool of a creative warrior is community. Being stuck in writer's block can feel really lonely. And if you're trying to fight it on your own, it can feel even harder. But if you have a community around you to help support you when you're feeling stuck, give you encouragement, help you brainstorm, things are going to start feeling a lot easier. It was when I found a writing community that I could rely on that I really started to move forward with my writing. Just being surrounded by other writers, knowing that they're fighting for some of the same goals that you are, and knowing that you're all there to support each other is really, really powerful. So you can find a writing group wherever you are. An in-person writing group is great, but if you don't have a writing group and don't know where to start looking, you can join the Creative Warriors community on Facebook, and I will put that link in the description. I was stuck in a terrible creative rut for 5 years or maybe more. But when I discovered prompts, yoga, structure, and community, I ended up writing 4 books. I have 2 published books of flash fiction available online. I've written a book about winning the war against writer's block, and I finally completed the novel that I'd always wanted to write. So if you're feeling stuck in a creative rut, these tools can help you consistently fight writer's block. So I hope you found this quick overview of these tools helpful. And if you want more details on each tool and how they can help you fight writer's block, just check out my free training in the description below. Thank you so much for listening, warriors. Now go fight for your creativity.